Well, look, the VAR situation is Arsenal would be 2 points behind. And if I'm honest with you, I kind of get pissed off of it when people start using these sort of things because I couldn't give a damn what VAR without VAR. The reason we ain't going to win the league is because we ain't very good. That's the reason we ain't going to win the league because the managers let us down, the board have let us down, and the owners have let them down. I know what you're saying, AJ. They've given us money, but they've, in my opinion,
agree.
I think they all need to hold a massive L this season. None of them have filled themselves with any sort of pride or confidence from the fan base. And the biggest problem I've got is we've got to then have another summer and go through this again. And I can't. I get to the stage, and I know I have to because it's now my job. But I hate talking about transfer windows. I can't stand it. Honestly, it's the most depressing time of the year, isn't it? Because everyone else gets excited and we get let down. That's what I hate about it.
Dan, you know what it is? It's like, I know people, even when I'm not a guest on your channel, for example, right, and I see the comment section after streams or during the live streams, and like, even if you go to the games you don't go this season, that Potsy, we sat together at games, Kenny, I've met you, and we don't know what's going to happen to the end of the season, look, but it's not been an enjoyable season this season, man. No. I don't recall any point of the season, any months or period of games where I've come on feeling ultra positive, or we can pick ourselves up. It's just, and it's gonna, and you know what? The last few months of this season, it's gonna. If you think what it's felt like so far this season so far, it's gonna be strap your seatbelts in, man. It's gonna be hard, man. It's not gonna be enjoyable, man. It's not.
Albert, a draw and a one loss and a few draws, and this whole thing turns upside down. I can already see the script. I already know what's gonna happen. Obviously, we don't want it to happen, but it's quite clear and obvious. The Merino brace kind of saved us, but it's gonna happen. We know at some point in one of these games it's gonna happen. We'll drop points, and then that's when everyone's gonna. It's gonna hit everyone, and we're gonna be like, oh, we didn't do it in the January window, and then all the anger is gonna come out, and then it's just gonna build up, and then drop one more game, drop points again, and then whoo! They don't even want to tell you what it's gonna be because it's not gonna be fun.
No, man.
Yeah, again, no. The problem is they'll be angry for a little while, and then the moment that the PR starts again and the merch starts coming back out, they'll all be lapping it all up again. And this is the Arsenal fan base in a nutshell.
49 merch releases, mate. That's what it is. 49 merch releases.
Not enough people are willing to stand up and actually go, fuck this, we need to make a change. Like, we need to do something as fans of the football club now to demand success. Forget about all this PR nonsense and all that rubbish. Yeah, because I know Dan would be. I quite willingly would be. Kenny, yourself as well. I'd be quite happy to do a protest, put my money towards getting these owners out of the football club, getting real change at the football club. But there's not enough people that are going to stand up and do that. So
we know that even if there is enough people, Brandon, I don't think it'll make any difference. They own 99% of the club. I mean, we know. I mean, I know it sounds terrible. Like, it's not what we want. I'm as passionate as you, and I'd definitely be there for protests. I'd fly over there in a heartbeat to be part of that whole experience. It's just, unfortunately, and it's the same thing that I mentioned with Arteta, right? Like, what's the point of crying and bickering now and being upset when we know nothing is going to change? Like, that doesn't mean we have to accept it. I think people will be more open to this at the end of the season when, it pans out the way it pans out and we don't win anything. And, if we don't sign anyone in the first week or first 2 weeks of the window, I think then people will really say, hey, like the protest needs to start again. Maybe not against Arteta. Maybe it starts with the ownership. I don't know what that looks like, but I think right now people would just look poorly against fans.
It's interesting. Like Brandon touched upon it. Like, when we had the Super League thing, I think there was 2 protests after that. I was there for them. There was more people. I'm not taking the piss. I say there was more people interested in buying the kit. I remember seeing the queue. I was raining. I was there. We're not. The problem is, and probably most football clubs will say this, but we're Arsenal fans in it. But in regards to the protesting and action, Arsenal will never be unison on that.
Yeah,
never. It just won't happen. That's just the reality. It's true. Brandon, I'll be there with you. I had no problem going down there, but they will never be in unison for that to happen. It won't happen. I'm sorry, it won't.
The reason why I think it won't happen, I think there's extenuating circumstances, and I think it won't affect Arsenal. It'll affect every club, you know, especially London club with over 50,000 fans, especially in new stadiums. We are going to get a lot of fans who it's their dream to go and watch us play.
Yeah,
you know, they spend thousands of pounds, you know, booking up hotels, getting the merchandise. It's an emotional experience for them. They're not here to protest. They just want to be part of the thing. So we've got to factor that in. Another thing as well in terms of protests. A lot of fans think they've done their bit now because they protested against Arsene Wenger removal of the football club. They feel it was a bit of a success. And I think that the protests you talked about the Super League, it was the biggest con ever. It was a con of all cons. And it was basically masqueraded and organised by Sky Sports because they saw it as a threat because they didn't have the TV rights. They got the most working class.
After that happened, Kenny, they clapped the team bus and they all went there when Josh was there. Hey, we're back in our home. What is going on?
Yeah, but you guys got conned by Sky. They didn't get Jamie Redknapp from Bournemouth to come and talk BS about the sanctity of the game. They didn't get Ian Wright from Plumstead to do it. They got Jamie Carragher from Bootle and Gary Neville from Greater Manchester, 2 millionaires who happen to have northern accents that go, "Oh, our game," and all that. And we all fell for it. I didn't. I smelt a rat. Believe it or not, because of my age, because I've been around the block and I'm from the end, I smell bullshit before they think about it. And I knew, I hate a sack because I love you lot a lot. You were pork chops for falling for that. Chelsea fans, Spurs fans, Man United fans, you're all a bunch of pork chops. The Super League was never going to happen. It was just all talk. But like the pork chops you are, the minute champagne socialist Gary and champagne socialist I like to spit a little girl's Caraha had a go. You all fell for it. You're pork chops. But that's
I love you, Kenny.
That's the most organised, the most mobilised you are. I'm impressed. That you actually got yourself organised in lockdown when we were all told to save our grandparents and their mothers. You lot came out in your thousands. Impressive. Shame you didn't come out in thousands for the real things that matter.
Kenny, you know what? To be fair, for myself, I got to meet Potsy for the first time that day, so that was a good thing for me.
Love, man. Love, bro.
If you want me to set up a blind date, I could have done that myself. You just have to ask me nicely.
Oh, Kenny, I love you so much, man. Give me your prediction for the weekend as we close. What are you saying, Albert?
God.
West Ham at home.
Yeah, I won't be at the game, unfortunately. I'll be working. Arsenal, 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I'm going to repeat the Leicester one. I'm going to be optimistic. What are you saying, AG?
You guys really think we're going to score 2 goals? Oh, I love the confidence, man. I love the confidence. We had this whole stream talking about where we are at as a club, and then at the end, they're like, we're winning 2-0. Look, I think we'll win 1-0. I think we'll just score a scrappy goal. It'll be one where we're creating chances, but we can't finish like we've always seen this entire season. And then maybe Gabriel will come in with a power header or Saliba. It'll be someone we're not expecting to score. Maybe Nwaneri will give the assist. I think he'll obviously have a good game, and it'll be one of those where Gabriel, Saliba, savior, or Thomas Partey long range, something we're not expecting, and we'll just win 1-0, and we'll keep scraping by and taking it game by game, just trying to survive till Saka and Martinelli are back.
Kenny?
West Ham pathetic, but we're pathetic as well. So we're gonna win 2-1, 3-1 if best. We might, and fans will be happy. They'll say we're going to be in it again until they disappoint. But at the end of the day, it's a day out. At the end of the day, you know what our fans are like, the most of them? Win, draw, lose. Let's hit the booze.